We're still talking about nutrition this week. And let's talk very simply about the goals of our diet, the kinds of diet we should do, and all that jazz. People want to make this issue super complex, but let me tell you, it is incredibly simple. People often ask me, like, what's good? Like paleo or Atkins or South Beach or keto or no carb, low carb, high carb, what the hell ever. And let me tell you right now that the perfect diet for you is enjoyable, sustainable, and aids in your goals. That's it. The perfect diet for you is enjoyable, sustainable, and aids in your goals. And because we are all different, that means different things for everybody, okay? So if you want to do a keto diet and you can handle it, fine. If you want to do a vegan or vegetarian diet and you can handle it, fine. If you want to do an all carnivore diet and you can handle it, fine. But it's got to be enjoyable to you. It's got to be sustainable. So that means that you have to be able to do it most years of your life, and it has to aid in our goals, okay? So one of the things that I think is very important is that everybody at one point in time tracks calories. I understand that there's some personal issues for this. It can trigger a lot of like eating disorder stuff. Most women I work with have had some sort of eating issue or eating relationship issue, as have I. But at some point, hopefully we develop a healthy enough relationship with our food and with nutrition that we can do practices like tracking our calories, tracking our intake. I don't believe that you can do, you at some point you need some structure around the way that you eat, and you can either do this by tracking calories, or you can do this, the second way is hand-sized portions. Hand-sized portions is it's a theory. This is not the video for it right now, but basically how it works is that because your hand is portable and it's scalable to you, you can use this to track what kind of food you should be eating. A cupped hand of carbohydrate, a fist of vegetables, a palm of protein, a thumb of fat. And we do all kinds of, we play around with how much you need of what in order to find the perfect diet for you, right? Or you can track calories. You can just put it into your phone and keep track like that. I personally have this survivalist thing where if somebody was to take something away from me, I need to be able to carry on my life as normal without it. So I have a really big issue with tracking things on my phone. It also takes a long time, right? But it is extremely helpful, and I have done it for periods of my life. But yeah, that's a wonderful thing. Anyway, but if that's not enjoyable to you and it's not sustainable to you, then it's not going to work for you, right? We can use it as sort of a boot camp in order to get where we need to go, but we can't necessarily stay in boot camp. At some point, you got to graduate and go out into the real world where we're not meticulously tracking our calories, or we are able to go out and eat dinner with people or go to parties and weddings and not really worry about the calorie tracking. But you do still need a frame of reference as to portion sizes, okay? So let's talk about this. So they have to be enjoyable, sustainable, and aid in our goals. Enjoyable. You have to enjoy what you're doing. If you're really not happy eating all carnivore or all keto, then it's not going to work for you. Because if it's not enjoyable, it won't be sustainable. Nobody does something that they don't like for years and years and years on end. And if they do, they're miserable. The last thing you want to do is hire a coach that makes you miserable. What's the point of that, right? So we want to make sure that your diet is enjoyable, because if it's enjoyable, it will be sustainable. Those two are almost one. If it's enjoyable, it'll be sustainable. If it's not enjoyable, it won't be sustainable. Boom, done, right? So, and the last one is it aids in your goals. So your goal can be to lose 20 pounds, and stay at that weight, right? Because it's not only, our nutrition is not just the losing part, it's also the maintaining part. And that is often the hardest part of a diet. It's really easy to go into caloric deficit, but then as we reach our goal and we augment our, either our movement or our nutrition or whatever, we have to find that maintenance calorie. Anyway, so let's say you want to lose weight and you're like, I'm going to run a diet that has me eating mostly Cheetos and Doritos and donuts, whatever. Anyway, so you're on this Cheeto Dorito donut diet, right? And you miraculously lose weight. Yes, ladies, it's possible. It's also miserable, okay? You do not want to be eating that garbage all the time. You do not want to be eating 2,000 calories of donuts and Doritos and Cheetos. And that may sound nice, but like, if that sounds nice to you, we got some work to do. You should just hang up the phone, call me right now. You need to check in, okay? Anywho, doable. So we're eating this. We're eating this. We've lost our weight, right? Because our cut was like 1,800 calorie cut with exercise, and you just managed to lose weight on this particularly awful diet of, let's throw into beef jerky, Doritos, Cheetos, and donuts, okay? So your goal was to lose 20 pounds, congratulations. So, but let's say that your goal is also to like improve your health, to improve your fitness, or to have longevity, improve you have joint pain or some inflammation in the body. All of a sudden, your diet of Cheetos, Doritos, donuts, and beef jerky is not going to aid in your goals, right? So if our goal is to live and be mobile long enough to play with our great grandkids, Cheetos, Doritos, and donuts ain't gonna cut it. Okay, we need to eat our lean protein. We got to have some vitamins from vegetables. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to augment it. Okay, so but the takeaway of this video is every diet is different because every body is different. And if your diet isn't enjoyable, it will not be sustainable. And if your diet is not aiding in your goals, it also will not be sustainable. And the most important thing about your diet is it is sustainable, that you can do this most years of your life. You can eat like this most years of your life. And that is the perfect diet for you. Capiche?